A pen test can be categorized in three different ways. We can implement what they refer to as a black box attack. A black box attack is where the attacker, or the ethical hacker, myself, I don't know anything about your network. You've given me your company name, and it's time for me to go to work. These are typically the more complicated, more time-consuming, yeah, it means more billable hours, baby, types of tests, but they truly show what's exposed and what's not exposed. We also have what they refer to as a gray box attack, or a gray box test. This is where I might know some information. You may provide some of the information for me, such as IP address ranges. I actually might do a little bit of research ahead of time. I would have done this in a black box test as well, but in a gray box, you might tell me what type of OSs you have. I can figure that out in a black box. Black box attack, all I have to do is do some research. I might take a look at, for example, help wanted pages, see if you're looking for an SQL admin, if you've ever posted an ad for an SQL admin, or for a Windows admin server that specializes in Windows Server 2003, 2008, whatever. That type of information will help me get to the gray side. But the gray box type of pen tests, the customer or the ethical hacker will attack it knowing some information. And then we have also what they refer to as a white box test. A white box is where I know pretty much everything about your infrastructure, almost taking this to the perspective of someone who may be working for you or for the company, which makes it really easy for me to do a test. In fact, these are probably the fastest ones that we do. But remember, again, we shouldn't ignore them because, again, a majority of your attacks will come from the inside. Now, there are many times that you might actually be involved with what they refer to as an IT audit. An IT audit is very similar to a pen test, except for typically what we're doing is we're going through and evaluating and confirming that the controls that you have in place to protect your infrastructure are actually working as they're advertised to work. Typically, the audits are conducted against a checklist that cover things like, security protocols in place, software development, policies, as well as possible governance and regulations.